remember, I'm always pro artists, and
Okay.
many times artists needs to go to a label. They're to the point where they need a label to help them with touring. They need a label to help them with distribution, with radio airplay. So I'm pro artists. If they need and want to go to a label, that makes sense many times.
Mm,
I think you would want to hire a music business or entertainment lawyer if you're planning on going with a label, so that whatever contract you have coming from the label, they can look through it and make sure that you're not signing away what you don't want to sign away. I think now more than ever, particularly if you're independent and you have a community, you have a fan base, they're loyal, you can fill up shows, whether it be a 500 cap venue, 1,500 cap, 3,000 cap venue in certain cities. You can fill up venues consistently. You're bringing a lot of value to the label, so therefore you have leverage.
mm,
Maybe you can get your master's a reversion clause that'll come back to you in 3, 5, 7 years. Maybe you don't have to give away all the percentage of your royalties. Maybe you can keep all the publishing. When you're coming to a label as an independent artist, you may have some leverage that will allow you
I
to
see it.
negotiate.
Yeah.
And so just make sure you know your worth, so that you can go in and you feel comfortable saying, you know what, this might not be a good fit with you. Now more than ever, labels are being flexible and working with artists in terms of what the terms of the contract are. Now, of course, they're investing in you. They might give you an advance, and they might have some expectations to recoup and earn back that advance. But you have leverage, especially if you have a strong community, and that you're going to fill up venues at live venues, and you can like move and get good streaming numbers, and like you can get people to buy your work and buy your merch, fill up your shows. So I would say for any independent artist, you probably have more leverage than you think. Hire a lawyer before you sign a contract with a label, and just make sure the label is going to offer you what you want. And sometimes it could be a la carte services. Maybe you just need marketing and distribution, and that's okay too.
Yeah. And I feel you, and I appreciate you sharing that. And I always, and being in business, I understand the music business to a degree in certain instances when you look at it like if that was me, and everything, like how I would do it, stuff like that. Because a lot of people look at the labels and say they're very predatory, and in some senses they are. And everything, but you gotta see how where they coming from. If they like what they might like what you doing, but if nobody knows what you are doing, or never heard of you, how are they planning to get their money back? Especially if they invested all this stuff into you and everything like that. How do they get their money back? We don't look at it like that. We thinking, it's my voice that everybody heard, but you ain't looking at all this stuff I put into you, and stuff like that. How do I
Yeah.
get my money back? I
Hmm.
done made you a star, but then now you ready to leave, and I didn't get anything back from, what I'm saying? So I get that part about it, but I also too, like you said, coming in with your own lawyer and everything, so you can understand the business and know what you are getting yourself into, instead of just being, I would say, I always say bright eyes and bushy tail, but just
Yeah.
basically, looking at the lights, the money. Don't let that deter you. So you come in with leverage. Now you already knowing your worth and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I like that you said that and
Yeah. Like
everything.
like when the label gives you an advance,
Mm,
it's really a loan, or
mm,
it's like an advance or a payment for future royalties. So it's
mm,
not like you can take that money and buy a car and all that. Like they are basically placing a bet on you that you're
mm,
going to earn them back this money plus some. So you need to
mhm.
be aware of that, and just keep that in mind.
Right. Yeah. So I definitely agree on that.